Okay, guys, welcome one more time to a special call. Today we have our friends from Data Dive and my long friend from this community of amazing sellers, Florin, who is one of the guys who built this amazing software. I can proudly say that he was contributing to the group, and like say all the criterias what we were speaking there and whatever was done there, Florin was making it making simple for all of us, putting everything in one software that was even free for all of us to use. So that's why after all of that, this Data Dive is born, after all criteria and what we did there, and Brandon and Florin and all the guys who are amazing in this business. So Florin, welcome to our group.
Thank you very much for inviting me. I'm honored to be here. Great to meet you guys. So, Radule, you mentioned that we can start with some questions from your community.
Yeah, we can, if you want, we can do it in the end or now. What is the best for you, because they're short.
Okay, so maybe I can show you guys a few of the features that are less known and less understood in Data Dive, and give you guys the opportunity to get more value from Data Dive. And if that does not answer the questions that you guys have, then we can have a Q&A session, and I will answer gladly, whatever I can.
That will be great. That will be great.
Okay, my list is also not very long. I have a list of the latest features. Can I share my screen?
Yeah,
Radule, is that...
You know, I always forget that option, you know.
You can set it forever in your Zoom options. You can go to your Zoom account, set it forever, never have to worry
but
again.
You know, we switch from a long time in Kajabi. Kajabi have this option also for a community video sessions, you know, and it's similar to Zoom. So this is now the first time after a long time that we don't use Kajabi, that we don't use Zoom, but now it's, yeah.
Okay, so I think you can see my screen. I am following here a well-known niche. I think even with Data Dive demos, I think we increase the volume of this niche a lot, because we're using Doghat as an example niche. So probably we raise their volume. But the first feature I want to show you guys, so I looked for Doghat. And now in this list, I have the niche dive button. This was disabled for a while. And now it's doing something very simple. When I click niche dive on a listing, it just gives you the best-selling products from that category. In this case, it's the dog hats category. It has a category itself. And this is the product on which I clicked. And these are a number of other products from that niche. You can see that people abuse niche subcategories, as you know. So, for example, they put this product in dog hats. It's not a dog hat, but that's their strategy. And I can select here the products that are really dog hats, are competitors for my product. I can see which they are. I'm not going to do all of them, but I select the ones that I want, and I can add them to my ASIN tray, or I can open the dive box with them. So the niche dive, this button, when I'm first looking for a product, I can press it and quickly get a list of best-selling competitors. So that's an easy way to get to some good competitors. I have the same button inside the listing. So whenever there's an ASIN displayed, Data Dive is going to add a niche dive button. So that was the first thing that I wanted to show you guys today. Now let's get to something that is a little bit more complex. Maybe some of you already have access to this, because, or maybe all of you, because it's in open beta right now. It is the product brief. We have questions about what is this for, how is it helping me? Some of the answers to that question is here. So when you want to, you know, when I started product brief, thinking about product brief, when I had to go through sourcing exercise and tell the factories, in my case Chinese factories, because I was not able to manufacture anything in the Balkans yet. I have to go to China, and it was difficult to communicate the same thing again and again. I even tried to do RFQ on Alibaba, and I needed the specs. So for that reason, you can get a head start in Data Dive, you can go to a niche and start the product brief. It's a feature, it's in the menu, it's labeled beta at the moment. You select the competitors that you think are the most relevant and contain all the attributes that you want to put in your product. You're going to press an analyze button. I already did that because the analyze button takes like a few minutes and I don't want to hold you guys. So I already did this before the meeting. I selected the competitors, I pressed analyze. And then the first thing that I'm going to see are the attributes from the listings, what it means from the listings. This is literally what is written in the listing. So it's the seller declaring that they have these attributes. And you can see it's a matrix. I have all the competitors that I selected. And I have the attributes that are extracted by GPT in this case. Everybody has the attribute of size. This guy has 4 sizes. This guy is suitable for small dogs. This guy is giving very precise measurements, but every product is specifying size in some way. And I'm starting to think, what will I want for my product? So when I specify my product that I will, perfect and sell, do I want to specify size? Sure, I want to specify size. So I'm going to go ahead and click size. And you will notice that below, I'm starting to accumulate some attributes. I accumulated 1. There's 45 of them. I started with size because it's the most frequent. And then this attribute is also related to size. GPT put it here, but it's not interesting. However, suggested breeds. Okay, so some of these products are saying for what breeds they are. This guy is enumerating some small dogs, and that's the only one who thought about it. Do I want to do it? Maybe. Adjustable. Okay, interesting for a dog hat. So it's better if it's adjustable. So I also want that. And I'm going through the whole list that is extracted from the listing of the competitors. And I'm making sure that I check the ones that I am also interested in. But then I say that in my brief, I want size, but which size? Here I have all the values for size that are specified by any competitor. I have to make a choice. I'm going into product development now. So in my case, I don't know, I will just go with medium large. Suggested breeds for medium large, these are not the good breeds. German Shepherd and Golden Retriever. And adjustable, sure, I want adjustable size, an adjustable strap. So this is how I basically go through what my competitors are saying. I take that as inspiration and I start to build my own product. Then another interesting part, also from the analysis of those competitors, this is from reviews, what the customers like. It's the same philosophy. A lot of customers like that these hats are cute. Do I want to put that in my product? No, it just has to be cute. I don't have to say that it's cute. It has to be. Does it fit well? Yeah, sure. I want it to fit well. So when I talk to my supplier, hey, make sure it's adjustable, it fits well. It has to be well made, quality, adorable, funny, cheap, size. So they like the size. It's adjustable. Yeah, sure. I already put that, but I want to make sure that I have it. Lightweight. Customers like that it's lightweight, sturdy. It doesn't, and so on. And the same philosophy, I want to make sure that I collect here everything that people say in the reviews that they like. So all of this I have to go through. I have to understand, does it tell me something that is relevant? If yes, I want to include it in my brief. All these occasions. So maybe there's an idea, cat photo shoots. Some of these products are for cats also. And I can add my own positive attributes. For example, I have an idea, the cap should be washable. put it here so I don't forget. This is, I start to do my innovation here. The reverse, what the customers dislike in the reviews, they say, we hate the small size, we hate the poor strap, we hate that it's flimsy. And again, I go through this and make sure that I'm not, I make it part of my quality bar with the factory that it's not any of these things. It doesn't have to be wrinkled and so on. They collect here, and I can add, it doesn't have to have, I don't know, chemical smell. Make sure that I'm avoiding chemical smell. So what I did until now, very thorough analysis powered by AI of the listings of my competitors. It's extracting the attributes, it's extracting what customers like, what customers hate. It's allowing me to ideate around that and to build up my product. Now it's going the next step, like value added. This is also the AI, and using its general knowledge and the listings, it's trying to give me ideas how to make a killer product. How do I dominate the niche if I create a new dog hat? Improved sizing, that's an idea that the AI has. Enhanced strap design, nice. Durable construction, blah, 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 everything, sun protection. Okay, so, and then from what the people don't like, these are the improvements that I can do. Now, I'm not going to go through this one by one. This is editable. So if I think, I don't know, stylish design, this is redundant. So I will just delete it. I don't have to renumber. Shape maintenance, no, this is not useful. So I go ahead and add. I can even continue my ideation here. I can go ahead and add new ideas. And so on. And last part in the analysis, it's giving me even customer avatar. So these are the people who would buy dog hats or this kind of dog hats. And this is a classic marketing customer avatar. She has these interests. She cares about fashion. That's the point here. This customer cares about fashion. This guy is an outdoors person. This person is interested in pictures and social media, pet party. So this is clarifying in my head, who are my customers? These are the people I have to market to. These are the people I have to sell to. So it gives me 8 ideas. I can delete, I can add my own. But this is beginning to build up a full product development with all the ideas, but also with the marketing that I will have to do for that product. So it's not just what the product is, but how am I going to sell it? And then last step, I also did it before, even before I customized this, so it's not going to be perfect. I can generate the product brief. In fact, this one is shorter, so let me do it right now. And from all the analysis that was done until now, with the selected attributes, with the stuff that I wrote, with the stuff that I want to avoid, the stuff that I want to include, from everything, it's putting it together into the product brief. And this one, I can, first of all, I have to edit. Everything that AI does, you have to edit. We are not in that, I'm not just talking about Data Dive. You go to ChatGPT, you have to check what it's saying. Sometimes it's, you cannot just trust everything it says. And it's true here also. And it's something else. As sellers, we cannot delegate understanding of our product. If we have, I don't know, an amazing team and we are the boss of a huge enterprise and we have, a head of product research, then sure, you can delegate. But in the scenario in which you or the person that is reading this is responsible for that product, you cannot delegate to AI. You have to have your understanding. So you have to go through this. It's putting together everything that was before, that was present before. It should, taking all the attributes that I wanted to retain. You can see washable, I added it by hand. you can see chemical smell. I edited by hand. So it's taking all the ideas that I retained in the analysis, plus the ideas that I written by hand, plus the remaining avatars and so on, and it created a product brief. Depending on who I am and what stage I am, I can improve my product with these ideas, or if it's a new product, I can communicate with my colleagues, I can communicate with my factory, I can communicate with the marketing team, even the graphic design. I can take it and create some mid-journey prompts to create a concept for me. And this is where I'm going with this AI product brief. This is a new feature. It will be improved. It depends a lot on the capabilities of GPT in this case, which are only going to improve going forward and become better. We can do this interactive. So I didn't even ask you guys previously, is there something in what I'm saying that is, I should go faster, slower? Is there anything that is unclear? Feel free to ask questions or give me feedback as I'm going through this.
They are always respectful, waiting till the end. They don't want to
Okay, feel free to interject. I can, I will not lose my idea.
It's really great improvement in Data Dive. These new features are amazing. When you see how many data and how many things it can be done so easy under this platform, it's stunning to see. The progression of AI in e-commerce space this year is huge. If you don't follow, you can be back. You cannot follow the steps of for 2024. It will be even huger.
Everything that is done here, all this analysis, we used to do in my company by reading all the listings and reading all the reviews and so on. And it can be done. It's not a problem. It's not unique what the AI does here, but it takes much longer. So instead of taking a few days with one person, I'm taking a few minutes, and it's much easier in this way.
That's correct.
Yeah, so this is the AI product brief. It will evolve in the future. You will see. So like Radule says, this is very important. It's only going to grow, and we are going to keep up. We are going to give you the capabilities that AI is creating. Okay, so this was a product brief. Let me show you another AI feature. It's also in beta right now. It's called the AI copywriter. It's this button here, plus a number of other buttons around the UI. So let me start by clearing the data now. Let's say that I'm getting ready to create a new listing, and I already had this optimize ranking juice button, which is suggesting the best keywords and is going to maximize my SEO potential. But now I get one more step. I get the AI copywriter button. If I press it, first of all, it's going to invoke optimize ranking juice. So it's going to start by selecting the best keywords. And then in the case of bullets, it's going to use the keywords to create actual bullets. Not for the title. You can blame it on me, but I have yet to see a niche in which handwritten titles are important. I did not see. I know that Amazon is recommended, keep it under 90 characters, under 60 characters, under 6 characters.
Cannot be.
And I don't understand it, because you are losing so much SEO potential.
I never saw any improvements changing the title from to up to 80 characters. We tested all of that, but I didn't change. I didn't say nothing. I didn't saw nothing. It's
yeah, same for me. We tried to test it, and all we saw, we were losing a little bit of indexing. So I don't know why we should do it.
Yeah.
In my case, I am keyword stuffing my titles. Sorry for that. This is what Data Dive also does. But in the case of bullets is different. It's generating human readable text. In this case, the AI selected to generate really short bullets. It's really, it has an element of random. So if you don't like it, then you can press the AI bullets button. And what this does, it's bringing up this screen. Don't worry, it's not complicated as it looks. You can go here and view the prompt. You can edit it. So if you're a specialist in GPT, come here and edit this prompt. But if you don't care, just hide it. And it will give this information to the AI. First of all, the keywords that are selected for each of the bullets. And I can optimize them again. For example, I pick best keywords, and you will see that, again, it will optimize the keywords in each of the bullets. These are the best keywords. And then, interesting, it's asking for topics. What should be bullet number 1 about? And by default is the most desirable benefit to the most typical buyer avatar. So that's like generic, expression. And then the second most desirable, and only the fifth is specific, 100% satisfaction guarantee. But let's say that in your case, or in my case, I want to make sure that bullet number 1 is about washable hat, because I think that is my innovation. So I will break, all the records of sales. I can give it whatever topics I want. I generate the bullets again, the human readable bullets based on these keywords and on these topics. And after a few seconds, I have a new set of bullets. You can see them here. The first one is about washable. You can see that it respected what I asked. And then it's just selected what it thinks are the best benefits: perfect fit, large dog, tiny cowboy hat, and 100% satisfaction guarantee. And I can keep, if I don't like these also, I can generate again and again. And I can, remember the ones that I want. I can mix and match. But if I like these ones, I just use in listing and I'm done with my bullets. Now, again, I have to warn you guys again and again. Read carefully what the AI is generating. Maybe it doesn't make sense. So don't go fast like I am for the demo. Read carefully, make sure that it's you like what it's saying. But on the other hand, in my opinion, with this tool, you can do bullets that are 90% or 95% great. For example, for me, just like for you, English is not my native language. It's difficult for me to come up with this sales copy like for an American seller. When you watch these presentations from American teachers or sellers, they come up immediately with great ways. It's their language. I'm not as good in that language, and this is helping me get a head start, even without a copywriter. Okay. And by the way, as usual, my listing, just with pressing a couple of buttons, is beating the competition. So my SEO potential is the biggest. It's not enough to have potential. You also have to do PPC to push it. So potential is one thing, but then you have to sell in order to demonstrate to Amazon. But you guys know all that. I just want to show you what you can do with the AI copywriter, AI bullets. And by the way, I have the same thing for have the AI write a description for me. I have much more space here. I'm not going to do it. It's the same concept, and description is less important anyway.
Yeah, that's...
So this is the AI copywriter. But since we are in Listing Builder, there is another new feature that if you are working with Listing Builder, I think it can be very helpful. Before we move on, anything that you want to ask or clarify about the AI copywriter? Just interrupt, guys. Don't worry about that.
For me to ask, after you optimize this listing with AI, is there also the PPC side is connected to this? So you can, when you prepare the PPC campaign, it's connected to the listing, the same? So taking all the best keywords, or it's...
PPC is evolving gradually. So the answer to your question is not yet. This will come in the future. For now, you have to choose your keywords for PPC manually.
You will need me in beta team again.
Exactly. Exactly.
For sure,
We're working on that. I will tell you more. I will tell you more about where we're going with the software.
Yeah, it's great.
You're right about that. I agree. That's the next big feature that we need. Okay, so let's look again at the title, which is the most important for SEO potential. And look here, mini cowboy hat. And I even remember it was used in one of the bullets, tiny cowboy hat, mini cowboy hat. Why is this here? Because it is an important keyword in this.
Florin, I think that you are cutting your internet, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
I see it's red.
Is that the same for everyone? Do you see?
Let me ask. Drugari, je li vama isto Florin kida sa internetom? Je vidite da gubi se.
Mene sve u redu.
U redu, jel?
Okay.
Aha. It's everything okay to them. Maybe it's me, I don't know, but it's showing like a red lines on your Wi-Fi signal, you know? Let's see.
Let me share it again. Tell me if it's improved.
Now you are yellow and white next to your name, like a signal of Wi-Fi, so it's good. When it's red, then it's blocking, but it's okay now.
Interesting. So now it's okay?
Yeah, now it's okay.
Okay. So I'm looking at mini cowboy hat, you know, this keyword that is in my title. It's in my title because it's in my MKL. It's pretty good in terms of search volume, in terms of ranking juice. So it's normal that the algorithm put it in my title. But here's the problem that I have. My product, maybe it's not a cowboy hat. I want to index for cowboy hat because if someone is looking for a dog cowboy hat, he sees my product, maybe he buys. I think I will have good conversion, but not in my title because this would be misleading. So how do I keep it in my listing, but not in my title? Well, I go to mini cowboy hat and I click to restrict from title. You see, I have the T title column. It is currently in the title and I give it a click. And now you see that it is red X. This means that algorithm will not pick it for the title anymore. Mini cowboy hats is the same. If I don't click it, it will be the next. So I'm also clicking it here. The X is gray because it was not exactly like that in the title. It was with a PLR. And now let me see what happens if I try to suggest keywords again. I press suggest keywords and look at this. There is no more mini cowboy hat. Mini cowboy hat, mini cowboy hats, they are gray X. So it was optimized again, but without that keyword. And I can go on. I mean, if, for example, my product, look, it says cowboy hat again. So actually what I can do, let me look for everything with cowboy. I select all of them with cowboy. Look at how many there are. This is an important idea in this niche. And I can restrict all of them from my title. So my title, even if I use the optimizer, will no longer have any of the cowboy keywords. Let me check. Suggest keywords again. There is no more cowboy here. This is what I'm showing you guys is a little advanced usage of Data Dive. Radule knows that I have sometimes this tendency to go on a vertical. So excuse me if I am, you know.
I know that you have always some nuggets, you know, just waiting all the time.
But for someone who is using listing builder, this is potentially saving a lot of work because without this kind of restriction, you can remove a keyword manually. But then what do you put in instead? You put a longer keyword, a shorter keyword. How do you make sure that the ranking juice is matched? I mean, this button, optimize ranking juice, it does a lot to optimize. So this is allowing you to make sure that you are targeting precisely your keywords, and this is really super optimized, and you are going to beat your competition in terms of SEO. Same for bullets, by the way. So if you want to avoid keywords from bullets, restrict from title, restrict from bullets, restrict from both, or you can unrestrict them from title, bullets, or both. I can also exclude, but that's a different. So this is how the listing builder most advanced features are working currently. They are saving a lot of time, and they can give you a head start when you are launching or relaunching a product. Speaking of yes,
you're also planning to add some new features. So this is like till the end of the year. Is something new coming also like this for PPC and?
I will tell you a little bit about PPC later. In this screen, in Listing Builder, we are going to add the ability to relaunch products. Let me explain what it means. If you are going to a product that already exists, and let's say you didn't have Data Dive, but today you subscribe to Data Dive, you hear about the amazing Listing Builder, you come here, you press a button, there's a new title, optimized, everything, it's great. But you send it to Amazon, and what will happen? Your old keywords are going to get dropped. So the first thing you see after optimization is a drop in sales, and nobody wants to see a drop in sales. So the smart thing to do when you are transitioning from one listing to another is to do it one by one. Replace one keyword, see what is happening. Replace one keyword, see what is happening. This is a longer process, and Data Dive is going to give you the ability to is going to show you the biggest one keyword that is the biggest improvement. So you say, I want to go to an optimized listing. Okay, the first keyword, you can try to change this into that. And you can do that change, just one change, not everything at once. So the impact will be lower, and you can see that you will start to be indexed on the new keyword, and you are getting sales. Okay, the next incremental change. So this is what you are going to see, hopefully until the end of the year in Listing Builder. And I'm going to come back to your question about PPC, Radu.
That's great. Yeah.
Okay. So I am prepared to show you some more stuff about the Rank Radar. Is anyone here using Rank Radar? Just show your hands if you're using the Rank Radar in Data Dive.
This is the new feature. This like it was.
This is very new.
When did you start it? It's a beta, yeah.
It's beta feature. So by the way, if you're not in the beta program, you cannot see this feature. Let me show you guys and encourage you to join the beta program, because then you are getting a little advantage. Of course, it's possible that you know, some of these tools when they are in beta, they are not perfect, right? That is beta. We are still testing them out, but you are getting access early, and you can even influence what we are doing. If you're part of the beta program, you can send us feedback. You use, for example, this red button, and you tell us that it doesn't matter this, you can show your true sentiment, but then you can write here. You can say, I want this feature to be like this and like that. And we are reading all of them. I have all the team has in our Slack channel these feedbacks in real time, and we are acting on each of them. Maybe we cannot implement immediately, but for sure we are reading and acting on them. So that's the advantage of being in the beta program. We are taking this feedback not only for beta program, but beta program is referring to the new features, and we are paying a lot of attention. Okay, back to Rank Radar. This is a new thing. We have a rank tracker. This is the overview page that I'm showing you. It's very simple. You can see that I have right now inverted timeline. So I have today on the left, and this is older. So you can see it, 1st of August is to the right. And in each day, I see my average of my organic ranks. So for example, in this product, I see that I used to be at average 22, and now I'm 36. So I'm not going very well overall. but I had my ups and downs. I can see them on the chart. Here, I also see from right to left, so August 1st to August 27th. So I can have an analysis here, an overview. And I have some information. So if you are following stock market, you know that stock market has signals. This ticker gained, this ticker lost. So biggest gainers, biggest losers. It's a little bit the same concept, but with ranks and keywords. For example, right now I'm showing that puppy swim trunks for this product is still a dog hat. It has organic rank 10. And since a week ago, it has gained an impressive 91 ranks. This is very big progress for this keyword. Dog bonnet 87 and so on. These are the biggest gainers in my MKL. I have a very big MKL, so maybe I can cut it down a little bit. Since 30 days ago, okay, I don't have enough data because this is too new a tracker, but since 7 days, I can see this. Which keywords lost ranks? These are the keywords that lost ranks. Dog pink hat is down, doggy umbrella, blah, blah, blah. You can see here. So you can get an impression where you are, gaining and losing. And then you can go to what we call the heat map. This is a format of rank tracker that I used for my company. So this is why it is now in Data Dive. This is my master keyword list, the exact list of keywords. Every time I do a new dive in Data Dive, this is also refreshed. So I don't have to remember to track different keywords when, depending on seasonality, for example. Christmas is coming, and if your product is giftable, it's going to gain keywords about Christmas or Halloween. Halloween is next. And you don't have to change anything in your tracker. If they are coming to your master keyword list, they will also be tracked. For each of the keywords, you can see some data, and then you can see daily the ranks. Here, again, I'm showing inverted timeline from, the oldest is to the right, the newest is to the left, and I can see how the ranks evolve. This product, it's not my product, I just put here a dog hat product, has very good rank on dog hat. This is a top product. You can see a lot of green here. Green is the top ranks. In the MKL, I have cat hat, and this is not a cat hat at all. You can see it has no ranks, and so on. You can see mini cowboy hat. It's not a cowboy hat, so it's very low on that, and so on and so forth. Not a cat, and so on. By the way, this is not a well-curated MKL. You should not have this. If your product is not a cat hat, what is cat hat doing here? This is just my example, MKL for this product. I didn't spend enough time to make it right. In your case, you should fine-tune your MKL.
Yeah, clean the
what else?
list.
Clean the master keyword list. It's like 101 methodology that you are learning when you are doing an MKL. What else can I show you here? There is a grouping by roots. Now, it's not necessarily the purpose of this meeting, but just to remind everyone, what are roots? Roots are ways to accelerate your effort. So instead of doing something 1 by 1 in keywords, you do 10 by 10 in keywords. That is the meaning of roots. For example, look at the root cowboy. You remember that my product is not a cowboy thing. So look at the row. The row is terrible. I am doing very bad on the cowboy root. And what is the cowboy root? The cowboy root is mini cowboy hat, mini cowboy hats, all the keywords that have cowboy. And it's not 1 or 2 keywords. There's a lot of keywords. You can see here, and I'm doing terrible on all of them. I'm not a cowboy hat. So I can make a decision right now. I don't want to do any PPC on cowboy. Kill, out. And I don't have to make that decision 1 by 1 on 50 keywords. I do it once, and it's out. The other way, dog hat, which is like the most important route, I'm doing quite well. So everything with dog hat, I'm going to have good conversion, probably, right? And this is accelerating my thinking and my efforts. When Data Dive is going to give you more PPC controls, like Radule is asking for, what I'm telling you now, you do one click, you negate cowboy. You do one click, you invest more in PPC for dog hat, and so on. So this will help you accelerate your actions.
This is great tool. You know, I was thinking when you update your listing, when you want to check your product with Data Dive, and when you get this group of routes that are not converting because you are not, it's not your route, but you are still indexed on this. You can automatically negate these keywords, complete route, right?
Exactly. That's the value. So look at this
that's
cowboy.
Saving a lot of time and saving a lot of money. Imagine just $1 per click for each of the keywords.
Exactly. So this is supposed, because our MKL is so long and it's so tedious to go one by one by one. So let's accelerate a little bit. That is the point of routes, and that is where we are going with it. It's not perfect yet. Right now it's more visualization technique. Same for cat, by the way. So this is not a cat product, and you can see it here. It's a lot of red. So let me negate cat, and then I get rid of all that stupid spending. I will tell you more about spending. Right now, let me think through what I can show you. I can show you highlights. So let me think of a scenario. Let's say that I am, the guy who knows Amazon, and I have a colleague that is handling PPC. I'm doing an audit, and I see here cowboy is terrible. So what I can do, let me select all the keywords with cowboy. I have how many keywords here? Not cowboy dog. I want to select all of them. Okay, I will just select a few of them because it looks like we have a little bug. I wanted to select all of them at once, but I will just select a few of them manually. And I have 25 keywords selected. And I want to ask my colleague who is handling PPC, negate all these keywords. I don't want to see any PPC on these keywords. How do I tell him? I call him on the phone and I dictate cowboy dog, dog cowboy hats. That would be stupid. I do a highlight. What is a highlight? It says I'm doing this on 21 keywords. I give it a name, negate PPC. I give it a color. This is a reminder for myself. So I'm telling my colleague, negate all PPC on these. And I give him 3 days. So I'm starting, I started yesterday, and I give him deadline until the 30th. And I add this highlight. You can see that suddenly all of them get this label. And all of them in the rank tracker are getting this square. The square is not finished because the deadline is in the future. But when we get to that date, I will see the square ending. And I will remember, oh, I told this guy to negate PPC. Did he do it or not? So this is a reminder for myself. It's like a task. If you work with ClickUp, this is just like a task on the Gantt chart. And I can follow up something that I want to do, or something that a member of my team has to do. And it doesn't have to be in root view, by the way. I can look at this list in any way that I can. Look, this is negate PPC. And if I go a little below, I will find more examples of negate PPC. Or if I don't find them easily, I can filter for them. You can see here I have a little add filters button. So instead of searching manually, I'm going to say highlights contains negate PPC. And the list is now containing only these keywords that I filtered. Then I can filter by other criteria. For example, I don't know, search volume above 1000. This will eliminate all the keywords. I'm just playing with a filter here. This is not what I'm supposed to do. Looks like I also have a bug, but we are still in beta. I need to, you need to imagine some of the things that I'm saying. I can save this filter and I can reuse it in the future. So this is what I can do with filters and highlights. And I think that's all. I'm not going to go into more details on the rank radar, but I hope that you guys join the beta, use it a little bit for your product, and give us your feedback.
Yeah, Florin gave you guys in the chat section, he put the beta version, so you can join there. It's for active users, right?
Yes, it's free to participate. You just, you know, if you want to give us your feedback.
Yeah. Expect mine.
Yeah, I'm sure you will join very fast. Okay. But look, there is a little plus button and there is impression ranks here. What is this? So in the case of this product, if I open this up, I just get some blah blah here. It tells me some not interesting facts, and it says there are no PPC campaigns related to this niche. Interesting. So what is this about PPC? Also, if I go to impression ranks, I don't see anything. By the way, let me clear the filter. So I went to impression ranks. There are no impression ranks. What is Data Dive doing? Well, Data Dive needs access to PPC campaigns in order to give you PPC data. But this is not my product. It's not in my Seller Central. I prepared the rank radar for my product. This is my product. It's in Seller Central. So in the case of this product, if I go to impression ranks, I can see here the actual impression ranks for this product. And if I open up this plus button, I see a lot of information. I see for every keyword, my impression rank, my impression share. I see the number of campaigns in which I am targeting that keyword. I see the number of sales, number of clicks, and so on. All the regular PPC data that you expect. So maybe you are asking, what are you doing, Florin? You started with organic rank tracker. Now you're showing PPC data. You are crazy. You are mixing things up. No, because what is the biggest button that you can push in order to increase organic ranks? It's PPC. You have to invest in PPC to start up your keyword. You have to invest in PPC to improve your keywords. You have to balance your PPC wisely. You cannot spend too little. You cannot spend too much if you want to have good ranks and good profitability. So it is natural that when you are looking at organic ranks, you have to think of PPC. That is the reason here. And this is the biggest improvement that is coming into Data Dive. For now, I'm just showing you information. So I'm showing you impression rank and impression share, which I will explain in a minute. I'm showing you all this information. But Data Dive is evolving in a direction in which you will be able to control things. You will be able to use this information to make decisions. Let me show you how. Before that, a quick clarification on impression rank and impression share, because this is sometimes a misunderstood notion, and I want to make sure that we are on the same page. Impression share is looking at the last 30 days, and from the number of times this keyword was searched on Amazon, sourdough starter kit in my case, how many times was my ad shown? 0.3%. That's a tiny percentage. It's terrible. And because I have 0.3%, 27 other products are above me. They have bigger percentage. So I am number 28 in the list of impression shares. So in this case, basically, I'm not existent in PPC. And you can see that I have a broad and an auto campaign that is targeting sourdough starter kit. But is this a smart thing to do? Let's look at the other data here. I have a cost per click of 50 cents. This is very good. It's normal. Probably I have a low bid here. So very good cost. I have click-through rate 3.3%. This is reasonable. I have conversion 12.6%. This is reasonable. So why am I not investing in this keyword? This is huge search volume. And if I look at the impression rank, it's 20 something. And I have here a view in which is showing my organic versus impression rank. So top line is organic rank, and I have a pretty good one, but it's not consistent, you see. It's good rank. I have a lot of ones. I also have 4 and 3. I also have 6. I have 8. I have 17. And this is because I have very low impression rank. So maybe if I push a little bit, just a little push on PPC, maybe I can even be consistently number 1. This is how I use this data to analyze and make decisions on how to improve my ranks. And I do this line by line. Breadbasket is, I think, another great example. Why? Because look at this. I have 0 advertising on it. Where is breadbasket? I have 0 sales. I only have a few clicks. I only have 1 campaign that is randomly targeting. I'm even worse in impression rank than the previous one. So I don't even know my CVR, but my click-through rate for those few things is very good. And I have terrible organic rank. So I should go right now and start some PPC on breadbasket. And that will improve my organic rank and, of course, will give me some PPC sales. So this is why we have PPC data here. This is evolving in a direction in which, okay, you make a decision here. You can also implement it in your PPC. This is what is the most important thing that is coming in Data Dive. And also, we will help you with these suggestions. So now I showed you how I'm looking at this line and I'm interpreting the numbers and I'm making a decision, but we will have what is called keyword debugging. So you can see when I'm clicking here, I get an empty sidebar about that keyword. This sidebar in the near future will not be empty again. It will say, Data Dive has this data about your keyword, and you will be impressed how much data it has. And the suggestion from Data Dive is to do this. And if you can change the suggestion from Data Dive, for example, start a campaign or include in a campaign or negate or whatever. You can change it to a different one, or you can accept it. And hopefully, if we do our job well in Data Dive, in time, you will get to trust Data Dive and you will just click, 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 and it will turn into black box machine. Now, this will not come this year, what I'm describing now. It's for next year.
I just wanted to ask you for black box. I wanted to ask you, is it Data Dive going to involve also in product discovery tool next to the product validation? Because this is the two different things what I try to explain to people. Like black box from Helium 10 and Jungle Scout similar is a product discovery, but product validation is Data Dive.
We are not immediately, Radule. So we have this PPC thing to solve first. We believe that is the big value.
Yeah.
And we are going to solve PPC and then hopefully also get to product discovery.
That will be great.
I agree. I also want that. I don't have enough products in my company, so I agree with you. Okay,
but enough to make 7 figures.
Yeah, small figures. Small figures. I'm not making. Okay,
you're good.
Yes, and I want more figures. I want 8 figures, 9 figures. Sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is about Rank Radar. Sorry for taking so much time, but I think this is important feature and it's empowering feature we are using in my company. My colleagues are asking all the time, okay, but when are you automating this PPC thing? Because it's very nice that we see fancy colors and so on, but we want one button to act. Okay, it's coming. We will do it. It's on our roadmap. Okay, so this is about Rank Radar. There is only one more feature that is almost ready to be shown. It's an agency explorer. It's also in beta, so another reason to join beta. I'm going to show you now a screen. Don't be scared. This is, I'm showing you development account. So you see test, you see QA, you see broken logo. Don't worry. Data Dive is not broken. These are just my colleagues from QA team doing tests. I could not stop them doing tests today, so even if I'm showing to you. But very soon this data will be clean, and you will see a bunch of agencies present inside Data Dive. So a good copywriting agency, a good QA agency, a design agency, blah, 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 everything. A Data Dive agency that is helping you with Data Dive knowledge and so on. And you will be able to write a cover letter. So if you're a seller, you write, I want great PPC plus graphic design. That is my need. And now I look through these agencies. I can even filter by whatever they are doing, graphical design. By location, I want agencies from Albania. I want the people who speak blue. And who is speaking blue. This is the only agency. And then I send an invite to this agency. This is just sending an email to an invitation to connect. The money are exchanged outside Data Dive. This is not taking any money from you or the agency. For now, this is free service to the seller and to the agency. Just we want people to connect. And in this demo account, I connected with 2 test agencies. And because I connected to these agencies, I can share some of the niches, not all, but I choose which niches I select. I share with those agencies, and they can work on those agencies for me. So this is the last feature that I wanted to show you. It's not, it's maybe interesting also if you're an agency. So if you are offering services to other sellers, you can list yourself in Data Dive. You can advertise your services, and people can get in touch with you and ask for your services.
That's a great list. Great. As a suggestion, yeah.
Yeah. This is just test data, but you will see real data here. Okay. I took a lot of your guys' time with this blah, blah. Now, if you want, please ask me your questions and let's discuss specific cases that you guys are interested in. I think we have 25 more minutes left.
Yeah, guys, let's ask Florin if you have any questions related to Data Dive anyway. I have let's do this from this student of us, what he asked today, but this is more related to the product validation.
Mm-hmm.
How we can choose the best keywords for launching our product, and how Data Dive to organize the PPC in Data Dive, you know, after we optimize the listing. So this will be related more to AI now soon, but
let's see what we can do today. This is a very good question.
Yeah.
So I'm going to a niche, and I did not clean up my niche like you guys saw. This is just so we will have to imagine that I cleaned it up. For example, maybe I eliminate all the Spanish words because I don't think Spanish is important.
Brand keywords, other languages, and
exactly. So probably you are already teaching them how to do it.
Yeah,
so I will not insist on this part. Let's assume that I went ahead and cleaned it up. And now it's time for PPC. I optimized my listing. Let me eliminate the filter. I optimized my listing. It's already optimized, and now it's time for PPC. first thing I need to do in the current version, which will evolve, is to check my PPC keywords. And it looks like I already did this. I imported my MKL, but I'll take it, I'll start from scratch. I will import my MKL, and for the beginning, this is just copying my MKL in here. Am I going to do PPC on all these keywords? No, that would be, nobody has the budget to do that. So instead of that, I'm going to PPC campaigns for launch. So step one, PPC keywords, just to bring all the keywords, PPC campaigns for launch. This part of the software is not, is going to evolve. So it's not the final version, but I'm showing you what can be done today.
But those are launching keywords, right?
I will tell you how to select launch keywords.
Yeah.
So here I already did this before in this account, and I have a list of routes here, and some of them say group by this route. What does it mean, group by this route? And you can see I didn't select hat, I didn't select dog, I selected dot cat, I selected small, I selected large dog. So, and sun. How did I select these routes? I selected these routes because they are meaningful for my product. If I'm starting for the first time, these are the are like bets that I am making. I'm betting that for this product that I'm launching, I am going to have good conversion on small. And this is depending on the product that you're launching. You know what your conversion will be, or you're the best position. You don't know, actually. You don't have crystal ball. But if you're launching a dog head for small dogs, you should have good conversion on small. So in this case,
it's relevant to your product. So
it's very relevant to your product. Maybe it's an innovation. Maybe it's a defining characteristic for your product. So this is why you are selecting. It's the most relevant. And in the beginning, you just care about the most relevant for your product. This is how you select them. And it has to make sense for your budget. So in this case, I have this number of keywords. It's a lot. It's a little much, actually, to be honest. In the case of this product, dog head is very generic category, so maybe I can uncheck it. If I am just indexing my product for the first time, then it makes sense to also check dog head, just to let Amazon know what my product is. And dog head is the most generic definition of my product. If I'm coming at step 2 or step 3 of PPC, I don't have to index any longer. And there is another thing here. It says not part of the specific route group. So if a keyword is not in small, not in large dog, not in sun, it's going to be here. And actually, you can see the majority. Do I want to make PPC on this? In this case, no, because it's a huge volume. It's going to be hundreds of keywords. I don't have the budget. So in this step, I only want to create PPC on 3 routes, which is a lot of keywords. Again, these routes are accelerating, multiplying the number of keywords. Just by small, I have 34 keywords. Large dog, 15. Sun, 17. So I'm making very quick decisions on large number of keywords. This is how I selected. These are meaningful to my product. I go ahead to step 2. This is general parameters. I put my SKU, start date, some defaults, and then what is my bidding strategy? These are the Amazon typical strategies, so this is not worth explaining. You already know what these are, but this is Data Dive specific. For example, I can take the suggested bid times 1.2. This is very typical strategy in the beginning. I am putting for all the keywords the Amazon suggested bid multiplied by plus 20%. This is what I'm doing here. Multiply by 1.2. If I want to be ultra aggressive, I can just put maximum bid range multiplied by 1. So this is maximum bid range. Or you know what? Multiply by 1.1. I want to be above the maximum that anybody ever bid. I'm going to be the king of spending money. If I want to be very conservative, I put minimum bid range. I want to underbid everyone. So only up, etc. What is my specific strategy? I can accelerate it for all the keywords. There are a bunch of naming templates. What is a naming template? What is the name that you will give your campaign? In this case, it will look like this. It will be the SKU SP for sponsored products. By the way, Data Dive currently only does sponsored products. It's going to say exact. It's going to put the date. It's going to put the route, one of these 3 routes that we selected. And I just put also my name. I can come here and write something else. For example, maybe these are Radule's campaigns. And then I can even save this template. I can remove the variables. I can change the number format. This is just configuration. So I can standardize it. And for example, if I remove add type, so if I remove add type, it will look like this without the SP. And if I want to put this as default for my company, I can start it to bookmark it, and then I can put this here, and it will be available to all the members of my company. This one, I don't want to be, I just changed for my company the standard of campaign naming. It's important to have standard because when you look in the list with any software, Seller Central or whatever, you understand much better and you can select campaigns based on these rules. There are some rules for grouping keywords and a way to distribute budget. There are 2 options. I prefer option 1. You have a total budget. How much do you want to spend for PPC per day for these campaigns? Let's say $200, but no less than $5 per campaign. And it's already distributed, so it's not letting me do it. And after all this effort, I have these campaigns. You see that I'm organized by the 3 routes that I selected initially. And now it will become more clear how this organization works. So let's take large dog. This has 14 keywords, a search volume of 10,000. And from the $200 that I put as budget, $53 come to this route. Why 53.81? Because the search volume in proportion, this is how it is computing. You can see this is the budget is proportional to the total search volume. If I open it up, I see a bunch of campaigns. This is one campaign. It has the same naming that we selected earlier, plus the number 1 because it's one of several. Same name, number 2, and so on. You can see all the keywords that have large dog. And I'm creating 3 campaigns for large dog. It's the same for sun. You can see the keywords with sun. And small, you can see the keywords with small. Now, look at this. This keyword has the eye closed and it's gray. So what happened to this particular keyword? Well, it has small in the title, but it also has sun. And if you remember, sun is our route number 3. So what was it? Dog, sun, hat, small dog. Dog, sun, hat, small dog. Here it is, you see? So it's already included in a smaller route. This is why it's not present in the larger route. You don't have to care about any of this. You just have to care that it's organizing automatically. It's putting the bids that are minimum times 1.1. Let's make this suggested times 1.2. So you can see here, if I come here, 0.67 multiplied by 1.2, what is that? 0.67 times 1.2 is 0.80, which is the bit that is here. You can also adjust manually if you want. So this one, I can make it 85 if I really want. And then I can reset it if I no longer want the custom value. But normally I would just create a rule and then I give it a little check and then I am done. I can select my PPC account. I can put it in a specific portfolio if I really want. And I can send it immediately to Amazon, which I'm not doing right now because I don't want to send campaigns to Amazon, but this is what I would do normally. Or I can generate a bulk sheet. This is something that I can do now. I can select, there are two formats supported by Amazon. This is Amazon names. They are calling it legacy or new format. You will find it in Amazon with these names. And this one I can just go ahead and generate. I can edit the bulk sheet. After I generate it, this is it. And after that, I'm responsible to download it as Excel and send it to Amazon. So again, sorry for the long explanation, but this is end-to-end instruction what to do currently with Data Dive. You select your routes, like Radule was saying, and then starting from that, you set a few rules and you check and you send your campaigns to Amazon or create your bulk sheet.
That's amazing presentation, my friend. You did so many things in just 1 hour and 30 minutes, but for me it's like time flies so fast, you know. It's like, I don't see it's 90 minutes, you know. When something is interesting, when you do it with a passion, when you understand it, that is but you know what, I'm afraid just to not make afraid our students that they need to understand so many data like you and to be successful. That's why we have a Data Dive, you know, to make life easier, even if you are not a guru from this point of understanding the data, you know. But using a software like this, it's a huge thing for a market of Amazon ABA, you know. When you look back from the time when we started together, when I met you first time, it was 2019, 20. What was the when we started?
19. I think it's 19.
I was one of the first in data Dive. I think, believe 2017 something they started. I mean, I see. So I was 18 or 19 ending of that year.
Yeah, 2019, I think, and it was not even called Data Dive when you started with it.
It was just, you call it how you want, Excel file.
Yeah, the sheet.
the sheet, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's I'm so proud to see even to how what becomes from this, everything what we were doing and speaking and
it's getting better, Radule. So based on the feedback that we're getting, for example, right now you are very kind and nice. You said I covered a lot. And some of this can be simplified, and we're working to that and to make it even simpler. And you know, instead of looking at big screens of data, looking at smaller amounts, pressing a button to get suggestions, we are also going in that direction. You are right with that feedback.
You know when we had this PPC part when you need to select a broad phrase and exactly that was manually before, and when I was in a beta team, I was doing this. I had like 500 keywords. And I had a headache just to manually select them, you know, because the, broad and phrase sometimes look similar, you know, and you need to select which one is you want to choose for master keyword list. And then I wrote you this feedback, Florin, can you do this automatically so we can don't have this problem. And
Exactly.
then you change it. As I said, this is from my side was for me like Data Dive have this automatic cleaning and preparing the campaigns for each type.
And we are going in that direction, Radule. You are right about it, and all the time trying to simplify more and more. Sometimes you have to get powerful, like you have a lot of options to be able to help people. But then the next step is to simplify and only show the things that really matter.
Yeah, that's why when you have a good team and good guys around, and they can give a good suggestion, that's important. I'm happy to see this, and especially that our team was doing this all the time. That's when I say to my friends, and we had this criteria before it was even public. So we had this shit and using it and criteria and all this, but now people cannot even understand how happy they should be when they have approach to this software and they can use it. It was we had this 4 years ago, 3 years ago, and for many guys now jumping, and for them it's even easier now than for us it was before.
And it will be easier next year even.
Yeah, I'm happy to see that. I'm really happy to see that. Let's see. If you guys have any question for Florin, just jump in and ask him.
Yeah, if there is something you are struggling with Data Dive or is missing from Data Dive, anything.
Whatever is good for you to understand, till we have a Florin with a clear explanation and even 100 times more details than it should be. But
yes,
this is when you give a value. It's I was always stunned with your presentation for each call we had. I like it to watch. But the way how you explain so difficult part and try to be polite on a simplified way. It's difficult, but you try to understand the average person who is doing this with data, but it's that's why this is time saving. This is time saving for everything. Otherwise, when you check the Data Dive and how many options and parts of the business you should do, Data Dives even cut off at least 5 to 10 people just to not work for you. You can do it basically by yourself.
Yeah, and with the AI, this is only getting better and better. So you don't have to fire people. You just put them to do smarter things, more evolved, faster, more products, more value.
Yeah, that's good. Florin, thank you for your time. I'm really happy to have you here in this call, and the value that you bring to our community, and especially for this part of Amazon world, in this ex-Yugoslavia part. So it's a brotherhood from our side and Romania.
It is lovely to see Balkan brothers, in the Amazon world.
And
so, Radule, if you could please also send me the recording, and I will do on my side, I will talk to Anthony and see how we can prepare for an office hours dedicated to your community.
That will be fantastic. That will be really grateful for. We will be grateful for all of that. Thank you very much, Florin.
Thank you very much, guys. Have a good rest of the day.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Ostanite, drugari, sad ćemo da vidimo samo. Ajde da napravimo pauzu, sam trenutak.